Okay, so thank you again. Thank you so much for your time. Um, I really think it's really important to share your story. I am really sorry for you know everything you've been enduring, especially this latest violent attack against you. And yeah, so I just want to try to help share your story. Um, and why don't you first introduce yourself?
Okay. By names, Kabanda Abel. I am Ugandan by nationality, but right now residing in Kenya as an asylum seeker in Kakuma Refugee Camp. I'm aged 22 years. I'm a proud gay. Recently, I was attacked, which is not of the first time to be attacked, because I have ever been attacked back in 2020.
So yeah, recently, I should say also, my name is Ryan, Ryan O'Donnell. I am uh, representing For All of Us organization, which Kabanda is familiar with. And uh, so as far as the recent attack that just happened less than a week ago, um, let's start from the beginning. That what how did that happen? Why don't you just tell the story of that?
Yes.
Do you want to just tell the story of how that how the most recent attack against you happened?
Okay. So it was date 4 of this month. We had a football match. We went there as I came back from the football match. I had to go and collect my phone from the charging point. So I went there, I collected my phone. On my way coming back, I met 4 gentlemen who were of medium size. They had pangas, to say that machetes. They surrounded me. They told me I don't deserve to live. So whereby even one used the machete to cut me up here, and they went with my phone.
They stole it. Yeah.
They stole my phone. So I ran to where we sleep for help. That's where a friend of mine picked me up and he took me to the hospital.
Yeah, so they didn't let you go. You ran away.
I just ran away. I just ran away from them. Then I went to the block where I stay. So that's why I got some help and I was taken to the hospital. In the hospital, I'm talking of the hospital that is run by UNHCR. I was
IRC.
only stitched. IRC, that is it. IRC. I was only stitched.
No
I wasn't
anesthetic.
Yes.
I just said no anesthetic.
No, they only stitched me. They never gave me antibiotics, no painkillers. I was just left there. They told me to go back. So I went getting painkillers and the antibiotics. I got them from a private pharmacy. And, up to date, I'm still using those antibiotics and painkillers.
Yeah. So
I've not.
So this is what's one of the many crazy things to me, just that, as a refugee, you really don't have any capacity to make an income, right? They won't let you outside of the camp in general. They won't let you work in general unless it's inside, like, unless there are very limited opportunities for you to earn any money, right? And so it's just insane for them to expect you to pay for medical care, especially when you were just attacked in a hate crime. But yeah, so IRC pretty much just stitched you up, and obviously that wound would have gotten infected and led to probably disease, since you're living outside, amongst other things, if you didn't get those antibiotics. So I'm really glad that you took it upon yourself to go get those antibiotics, but still, those antibiotics cost you money, right? Cost you money that you don't have. I know we talked about this already. And so you were basically loaned that medicine, right? From the pharmacy.
That is it.
So now you have a bill to pay and you're running out of the medicine, so you'll need more. So it's really important. There are so many reasons that LGBTI refugees need financial assistance here.
That is it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely needs for other sorts of advocacy also, but like financial assistance just for medical care, just to make sure that you all can stay alive as you all are constantly being faced with these diseases and with these attacks. So also you mentioned there that they just sent you back. They just sent you basically right back to where it happened. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. So Ryan, I was still going on, yeah. That on the 5th, that was on Friday, November. The next day, that is it. I went to the police. So at the police station, they recorded my statement. I told them everything that had happened.
Let's just clarify. Let's just clarify. Why didn't you go to the police the day it happened?
The day it happened, it was around 7 p.m. It was already night. And, in the camp, they say that they don't allow us to move. If it is at around 8, we are not allowed to move. Yeah. So by the time I came from the hospital, it was around 10 10 p.m. I couldn't manage going there
So you had to wait until the next day, of course.
until the next day.
Mm-hmm. And then so immediately,
So
as soon as
at
you
the police
could,
station,
sorry.
pardon?
No, sorry. I just said immediately, as soon as you could, you went to the police.
To the police station, that is it.
Mm-hmm.
So there they recorded my statement. I told them that they had taken the wound. So
Oh, wait, you broke up. You broke up. Sorry, would you repeat that?
At the police station,
Mm-hmm.
they recorded my statement. I showed them the wound, and I told them that my phone was stolen by the attackers. So what they told me two things. If you want your phone back, there's a police station. They call it Kakuma Town.
Kakuma
Get
Town?
your Kakuma Town, yeah. You get your box, you go there, they can help you get your phone. And with the attackers, they told me you can go around looking for them. If you get them, you bring them to the station.
So yeah, they expect you to do the investigation and essentially arrest the people who violently assaulted you with the intention of killing you. Honestly, they were trying to kill you. So they expect you to go find the people who were trying to kill you for being gay and bring them to the police station.
To the station, that is it. So you find that ended there, because Ryan, I can't search for those people.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
That is it, because it would be like me looking for death.
Exactly.
Because they were able to attack me next to where I stay. So what if that I look for them? So you find that the case went like that, and I think the case is closed.
So it's closed. This is another case that is closed without the Kenyan police doing their obligation under the agreement with the United Nations to protect the refugees that they have in their essentially custody. And this is, like I said, this is not the first time. We know that this has happened essentially every time. I mean, we know with Triton that no one was ever arrested for those fire bombs. No one was arrested for his horrible death. These investigations are essentially non-existent, and it's just going, people are just able to violently attack you all with impunity and just able to continue to do it because they're not getting arrested, they're not being held accountable. These violent murderers and just bigots are able to keep doing the harm that they are doing because the police are not helping you all, and they are just not being stopped.
That is it. So you find that we are in a life that is really horrible, Ryan. Because, I recently, there's another one who was attacked and he was brutally beaten up. Up to a level right now, the guy can't see.
And I'm guessing that the police the police haven't, detained anyone or anything like that.
Exactly, no one has been detained over the attacks that have been made over us. No one has been detained. No one. Only that, and then if we attack, then they arrest us. Who are attacked? We are the one who are being arrested.
Yeah.
And the attackers, they are just left free.
Yes. No, it's just so important that, people hear this. People know, like, especially, I think, I'm in America right now. I'm in the United States right now. And I think it's so important that people in the countries that have, value human rights hear this stuff, especially because a lot of the bigotry and the the laws on the books against sodomy and then just general anti-LGBTI laws and anti-LGBTI sentiments come from colonial times and come from the Commonwealth and European influences on Africa. And so it's just very much the responsibility of these countries to welcome in these refugees, more so than, quite frankly, honestly, it's so much more important to welcome in refugees like you than it is in a lot of other places, or for a lot of other reasons, because the things that are happening to you are directly related to just colonization and like imperial England and all these different influences that have made you all that have made Africa such a bigoted anti-LGBTI place for the most part. So I hope, people watching feel some sort of real connectedness with this, even if this is not happening. I assume a lot of people who are watching this are not in Kenya. This is related to all LGBTI rights. There is no LGBTI equity or equality while you all are out there being brutally attacked and murdered and living in conditions with malaria and typhoid.
Having no shelters. And, people are out of clothing. Everything, Ryan, is in a poor condition. That's what I can tell you.
Yeah. And the food rations too. You all only get like very limited food rations too. So, I mean, it's important to get donations just for very basic things.
Basically, that is it, Ryan. Because, we are like given two kgs for 2 months. 2 kilograms for 2 months.
2 kilograms of rice?
Of rice for 2 months. You really find that really in Kakuma, we are just only suffering. That is it.
Yeah. And then on top of it, you all are, you know, I mean, it's hard enough, just like you said, just being a refugee in Kakuma, but then being an LGBTI refugee in Kakuma makes you a target for not just the, you know, violent hate crimes, but also the just commonplace discrimination. And I'm sure that that makes a big difference as to how you all are getting services, because I know I've talked to so many of you about different hospitals or different medical facilities refusing you just because you're LGBTI.
That is it. Can't access even some other services due because we are LGBTIs. You go to the shop, you're trying to buy something, the shopkeeper tells you, no. You are an LGBTI, I cannot receive your money. You find that just only suffering around. Suffering. You go to the hospital, they tell you, you are LGBTI members. We don't deal with you guys. So you find that only suffering, that is it. Total suffering.
I'm sorry. I just, yeah, I just, I mean, I know we talk so much. So even though I know a lot of this already, it still is like really, really heavy, and just, it hurts my heart to know that this is happening. And I just know that, you know, it doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen. People can, you know, make a difference here. It's not like people, I talk about you a lot, and people sometimes say things like, it's so sad that they have to live this way, but you all don't. Like, people in, you know, the United States, people in Australia, people in England, the UK, people in Europe, a lot of these places with wealth and with power can make a real difference in your lives. And so I am so grateful for your time, because I think that your story is so important, and I want people to hear it.
I'm very thankful, Ryan, for your time too, because, you know, you've put in your time. I know you had other works to do, but you gave in your time so that I could share the little that I had worldwide.
Of course, it's nothing. I'm trying to remember. It's all so heavy that it's hard to stay on a train of thought. But what else, you know, for anyone watching, listening, what else would you like to say?
Okay, to those ones watching out there, really, I personally who is here, and on behalf of those that have not been able to show up here, really, we are crying for help. Let those people write to their home embassies about the situation. Others who can, please, we need some more help in the basic needs.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so we are gonna have a link here so that people can donate, and in the future, we're gonna try to make sure that we have actions that people can take to try to contact, like you said, their respective countries, and to try to advocate to get you all resettled and accepted in. I think unfortunately, a lot of, at least in the United States, a lot of immigration immigration policy very much ignores Black migrants. So there's a racist aspect to it. And then on top of it, a lot of immigration policy ignores the importance of, LGBTI refugees who are particularly vulnerable. And when you mix that in with racial aspects and poverty, it's just like the most vulnerable populations that are often forgotten because there isn't like a big war or something for the world to look at, and I don't know, there's no spectacle for the world. But sorry, I don't know if I interrupted your message to the world. Continue.
Okay. But okay, I continue.
Yeah, anything you want to say?
Okay. To the world, please. We are and on behalf of others, we are on bent knees. We are really dying out in Kakuma, because Ryan, I know you heard of Trinidad who passed away. There's another guy that I've forgot the name, and there is a baby. So you find there are like 3 babies who have passed away. You find that people really are dying out in Kakuma.
Yeah. And so, horrible deaths. Horrible deaths. Not just
yeah, that not just this usual death, but horrible. Because Trinidad was just burnt down.
On fire.
That is it. And another one, Jordan, is still in the hospital, suffering with the wounds.
From being set on fire. Yeah.
So I'm crying to the world to please help us. We are dying out.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you again for your time, Kabanda. And I believe that more help will come from this video. So I thank you for, putting in the time to share your story, because I know that people will really want to connect a face with what in a story with why this money matters, and why you all need this financial support and this advocacy. So thank you for that. You are doing an amazing job for yourself and for your comrades.
Okay. Welcome, Ryan.
Okay. Well, I think that's all for now. And thank you for everyone for watching.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.